Today is 846 day to come here to listen to learn. I'm learning. I hope this will support your dreams. Your goals allow you to become the person that you want to become. Today we speak about trying versus training. Trying versus training. There's a massive, massive difference. I just learned it, that there's a massive difference between trying and training. Before I start the lesson, I would love to start sharing the example. Imagine that you want to run a marathon. Now, there's a huge difference between trying and training as well. Imagine showing up in a marathon and you never trained for the marathon. So even though that you will do your best trying, you most likely will fail, or it will be like one of the most difficult things that you could do, and potentially it will be hurtful for your health. But if you were training for the marathon and you were training for 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, maybe a year, that marathon will be a fun experience. It will be probably fun. It will be still difficult, but then at the same time, you will enjoy it because you prepared for it. So that means that trying sometimes doesn't include preparation. While when you're training, you prepare for the things that you want. So today we'll share 15 things that there is a difference between really trying and training. So when you really want to pursue something, say that I will not try, but I will train for it. I will get better for it. I will make things happen. Because a lot of times try is saying that, if I will quit, I have excuse because I tried. So number one is purpose. So that a lot of times when we think about try, it's more of attempt. I will just try. I will just put my tiptoe and see, maybe it works, maybe it won't. But when you really want to pursue something, you're not able to try. You really train. So the purpose for the training is really structure, intentional aim at skill development and improvement. So that it means that you work very hard to improve yourself, train yourself. So the goal will be achieved because of your growth, not because you tried and by accident achieved it. Number two is consistency. That means that when you try, you will lack consistency a lot of times because it's just trying. It might be that it doesn't work. That means that just always there is excuse out. But when you are training, that means you understand that training must be consistent. It's pretty straightforward. It is almost impossible to understand that training athletes, they need to be very systematic and regular over time. So it means that they need to have routines in place to make sure that they train to be the best. Number three is intent. So that means that intent for the trying could be just exploring, maybe it worked, maybe not, but I will try it out, that little experience, without really commitment to that mastery. While when we have intent, of course, we have the deliberate intention to achieve something, achieve the skill level that will allow us, achieve someone to become somebody that will allow us to really be proficient and expert in that field that could allow us to achieve the things that we want. Methodology. So that means that a lot of times when you're trying, it's a casual approach. That means there is no structure. You just go and pursue and say, let's try it, let's do it. Now, sometimes it's good just go and start beginning with trying. But we always need to understand that we always need to finish with training. Trying is just the first day. Or when you're training and you try new things, because trying is a good thing, but it's a good thing for very, very short term, not long term. So that means that when we have a methodology, so when we're training, we try just a little bit, a couple days, and then of course implement plan, organized method to achieve specific objectives. So that means that we need to have those specific plan in place, how we will do it to make sure that we're able to achieve those objectives. Now, feedback. Trying sometimes is not seeking feedback because they just trying. Sometimes it doesn't need feedback. You just believe that you are more enough to get feedback for yourself. But training, you understand that every single strong athlete has a trainer. Basketball coaches, like soccer coaches, like any kind of sport requires trainer. That's exactly the same with training. You need to have a feedback, some kind of people who understand your weaknesses, strengths, and really what adjustments do you need to do to make sure that you're able to improve and train better. Measurability. This is very important. What is not measured doesn't get improved. That is a very, very powerful saying. What is not measured doesn't get improved. So trying probably a lot of times doesn't measure anything. It's very hard to measure. But when you train, you are able to really find the metrics, what you want to measure, and really benchmarks and goals and break it down to smaller goals and going after them and pursuing them and achieving them to make sure that you are measured and improved. Training is very, very important. Discipline. When trying, a lot of times people are really lacking their self-discipline because just trying. They have a very easy excuse. Oh, I just tried. But when you have training, again, you have a discipline regime. That means that if you really want to have a six pack, you know that you will need to go sometimes in the gym and do the things necessary to make things happen. Okay? So that means you really train and use discipline on consistent basis. Longevity. As I said, the training involves a prolonged and sustained effort, while trying is short term, it's short lived and temporary. Now, as I said, sometimes it could be that we start first day with trying, but second day and all days after is training. Because we need to really try new things once in a while, every 3 months, to really get something implemented, to pivot something, adjust something, and try new things and learn what works, what doesn't. But after that, we always need to make sure that we use training, not trying. Mindset. So mindset is a lot of times that again, is associated with trying, is associated with casual and exploring mindset, while training requires focused and dedicated mindset. So focused and dedicated mindset. So that means people who are trying not achieving results because they are not focused. A lot of times they do 10 different things. I will try this one. 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 Even though they understand that when they train to do one thing and focus on that thing, most likely will achieve success very, very, very smooth and very fast. Number 10 is goal setting. So trying is lack of goals and lack of specific goals and lack of clarity, because it's very hard to have clarity when you're just trying to exploring. So when exploring, how are you supposed to have goals? But when you train, you know that this is exactly what I want to build. This is exactly what I will work on. And of course, it builds clarity and you're able to really set achievable and measurable goals. And that is really important to really go after them. Expertise. Trying a lot of times really doesn't say and that doesn't lead to any expertise because you are a little bit too scattered and you average on multiple areas. While training, you training for specific things. You measure, you adjust, and you move, and you really build that skill that will allow you to achieve the things that you want. And that will lead to really high level of expertise in the particular area that you want to improve. That is very, very important. Commitment. Trying is always lack commitment. Trying is always lack commitment. Like when you say I will try, that means that I'm not committed to it. I will try means I am not committed. Says that like if something goes wrong, I will not commit and pursue and push through. While training, it requires strong commitment because you will need to do the same thing over and over again consistently to improve. So that means you have a massive commitment to train because you improve the most when you train during tough days. And that means that you need to make that commitment to train during the worst days. Number 13 is adaptability. So, of course, trying is very important because you're able to quick experiment without any commitment to adapt. Like it's just, you just really experiment, but you do not commit sometimes to all the things that you tried. While what you training, you often really involve adapting strategies with feedback because based on feedback and results, you train, and then look into, okay, what kind of results I'm getting, what kind of feedback I'm getting, so what I need to pivot, what I need to adapt to really make sure. So while people who try, sometimes they experiment, they pivot, but they don't accept new changes, don't adapt to those new changes because they don't know what works, what doesn't, because again, there's nothing measured. And sometimes they just don't want to adapt. Number 14 is structure. Trying may lack structure whatsoever. They don't have any structure. They just go after it. And I will try to do my best. And they're like, I just won't do my best. What is my best? Like your best is not the best of you because you're able to beat your best. So that means if you will do your best without improving your best, your best will not be enough. So that means that's why training is very important, because we need to make our best better every single day and ask, what do I need to do to improve my best? I love what John C. Maxwell said. Today I do my best, but tomorrow my best will be better. Today I do my best, but tomorrow my best will be better. That's why it's very important to have that structure in place to really improve ourselves. And last one is outcome. For trying, success is not guaranteed. And be very unpredictable. Because trying is one of the things that you're not committed. And without commitment, it's very hard to really pursue some kind of outcome. You will have some sort of success, some kind of outcome, some kind of result. But maybe this will be not what you wanted. While with training, of course, still success is not predictable. Even though that you train and train, and it might be that you will not get success, but what is important that you will be better. That's guaranteed. That is guaranteed. That with training, you will be much, much better. And you'll be proud of yourself. You will have no regrets whatsoever, because you look into a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, the person that you used to be, and through the training, what kind of person you became. And that's probably the number one thing that really I think about what is the massive difference between trying and training. That through training, you will become an amazing person, and you will still work towards becoming better and better and better, and will be proud of yourself and fulfilled and joyful because you do your best, even though sometimes you don't have success yet, but you do your best, and that is very, very, very fulfilling. While trying, even though people say I will do my best, but if you really do your best, you would train, you will improve, you get better, rather than trying to do something, because training is the thing that really gives you results that you're looking for. So I hope that you reflect and really stop saying I will try, and start saying I will train for it. I will train, I will work hard for it, I will make things happen. And I think that when you really start committing to a training, to really keep becoming better, because I really love it when you really, how is design goals. So you see where you're at, see what is your vision, then what kind of goals you need to achieve your vision, and then you ask yourself who you need to be, what kind of skills you need to have, what kind of values you need to have, who you need to be to achieve that goal, and now of course then you start training to become that person and achieve that vision, and not trying. So I hope you choose to win, and see you tomorrow.